it to the limit. Give everything you got to give, no matter how you spin it. We only get one life to live, and all it takes is a spark to set the night on fire. Release your heart's desire, flames getting higher. Wildfire.
Good morning, Heirloom family. It's your boy Jeremy, and today is Wednesday, and we are back with a new video. Like always, remember to comment, share, subscribe, hit the little bell button, guys. That's how we know. That's how you know another video has came to you. We are here in beautiful Spokane, Washington, and this morning Thomas and I are getting ready to leave the hotel. Thomas, say good morning to the viewers.
What's up? Good morning, everybody.
So Thomas likes to joke around about this whole put it on easy or put it on epic, whatever it is. Right now we have been easy all the way. We are doing a consignment trailer. So what that means is we had a client call us and say, hey, I would like to sell my trailer. And we do that and provide that service for most people as long as the trailer seems either that it was built well or by a qualified builder and a professional, and or if it was built by us. This is a great little project because this was actually built by an entire city. Medford, Oregon, the high school got together with the county and the city, and essentially they had contracting workers come in, build this beautiful home about 3-4 years ago, and then they did basically a silent auction to raise funds for the high school. Our client ended up buying it. They were actually going to buy from us a home 2 years ago, ended up buying this home instead, and loved it. They're selling the home now. And I have a client that was in Chicago that just happens to need a caretaker home. And what I loved about it is that it was a purpose and for a purpose. So this trailer is going through different channels in different people's hands that need it for a purpose. The school needed to build it. They needed to basically do all of the education behind it, got the students together, and the county to make the structure happen. They sold it, they got the money, and then basically put it back to the school and to the programs. And that's a great cause, and we are all about that. Now our client who's buying it, she and her husband are basically using it as a caretaker home for their parents who unfortunately are at the elderly stage and end of their life. And I believe she said her mom was going hospice, and instead of basically going into a care facility, she is being taken care of at home. And so the caretakers are going to actually be using this trailer here behind us as their basically care quarters. So we're all about it. It's a great cause. We get to make a little bit of money, obviously, doing what we do. We get to travel, we get to do content, we get to be able to shoot for you guys. And yeah, we get to go over 7 states, a lot of no sleep, a lot of coffee, a lot of gas stations, and fun. Yeah, we're gonna get our stuff and get on the road again. And we get on the road very far if I can't find my car. It's head. Let's look up.
Slacking.
Guys, let me tell you one thing. Is it recording?
Yeah.
Guys, let me tell you one thing. If I didn't have that man behind the camera with me on the road, I would never go back up home. I would forget where I put my own self sometimes. People don't realize how busy we are and how much we get pulled in so many different directions, and all the stuff that we got to do. But we do it for you guys, we do it for our customers, and You know, we don't take no for an answer. At the end of the day, it is all about the customer, the experience, and I just like to put myself in the worst predicaments. I love giving myself a challenge. I love the fact of when I tell Thomas, this is gonna be an easy trip. It's gonna be a great day. Thomas, don't worry about it. We'll get there, no problems. 2 hours, we'll be out. So the reality is 2 hours is 10 hours. 10 hours is 20 hours. Easy turns into epically challenging. I gotta put somebody on blast right now. So we have a viewer, and her name is Rochelle. And Rochelle, you hate that I hold my double shots in the morning or when I'm videoing. And you have told your lovely sister, Margot, and for those of you who don't know who Margot is my executive assistant. Margot's the one that helps you guys during the process of the builds and the contracts and everything else. She is my left and my right hand woman. Her sister absolutely loves us, and because she lives all the way in the East Coast and we are in the West Coast, she doesn't get to see us in person or, you know, hang out or anything like that, unfortunately. So Rochelle, one, I'm hoping one day Starbucks realizes, as much as I hold that can, and I do almost in every video, that they do owe me some royalty. But
Pause.
Where
is it?
Where is it?
Get up.
See that right there. So I hold this can every single time I'm doing videos. Half the time I'm doing something on a ladder and I'm doing something in a tiny home while holding this can right here. So Rochelle, this is to you. However, I do want to make a mention. We are going to go ahead and turn the comment section on for you guys. We do want to get your feedback. So all I ask is for you guys to be respectful. Remember, it is a family channel. We don't want to be saying things that are disrespectful in any way, shape, or form. If you guys need to inquire for some reason, or there was an issue or a really big concern, we're going to go ahead and link an email address that you guys can always send emails to and get a hold of us directly, and we will respond back as quickly as possible. So the biggest things in towing and making sure before you leave ever, just so that you never have that issue of someone tampering with it, something became disconnected, don't be complacent. That is how you can lose a life. You could lose your life, you could lose somebody else's life, you could lose the asset, and then you have a big problem from there. So I always want to make sure my drag chains right here, that's these things, making sure that your breakaway cable, this cable right here, is connected to the frame on both sides, which it is. That breakaway cable is important just because if for some reason I was to lose the trailer off the tongue, and it could happen, it has happened to people in the past, what would happen is that breakaway gets disengaged and it turns the trailer brakes on, and it's going to seize up that trailer as quickly as possible from continuing to move and cause catastrophic disaster. In this case, we don't do power like this, so this is a poor example because our power comes into a cord that's disconnected. However, because of this trailer and the circumstances, we did make sure that this thing was secure. We zip tied the heck out of it. We put it over the trunk trailer. We put heavy tape. It's not going anywhere. Making sure your plug connections are on. Turn your lights on, even if it's during the day. Make sure that your trailer lights are working all the way in the front and back. Your brake lights. Making sure that everything is done accurately. Just check. Torque your lug nuts. We do about 110 to 120 pounds per pressure. Making sure that your tires are solid and stout. I just did all of our inflations and torquing last night before we went to bed, so I know that we're solid, and we will go over that how to. Anything hanging off the house of any kind, I always tell people, even your AC, give it a shake, make sure that nothing is wrong. Power disconnect. The doors are locked, and always lock them with the deadbolt, people. Do not lock it by just the little thumb nut lock, or you are gonna have a disaster there. Lights, because these are on the back and not the side, and we don't go over the 8'6" clearance or 102 inches, that's fine. These are small enough and they don't catch wind that I'm not as concerned about taking them down. They're not as a big decorative and elaborate. If they were, I definitely would, because the wind would catch them and then they would get torn apart. On your trailer, your rear lights as well. Again, we've already checked the reverses, all of that. For us, we're a dealer. We're not going to publish our plate, but making sure our dealer plate is secure. For you, your license plate lights, just things like that. Making sure your windows are all closed. Really important, guys. And then when it comes to the final hookups for the trailer, always making sure your tongue jack is up as high as possible, your scissor jacks, or if you have flip jacks, they're up as high as possible, and then ultimately the coupler and receiver itself. The tongue hitch goes on the ball, and then you need to make sure it's seated at least a pin is what you would put in it, or a lock. In this case, we just put a pin because my lock actually got misplaced, and I got to get a new one. And then if you have a truck and you have stuff freely, for us, we just make sure all of our tie downs are nice and strapped. Always bring a spare, guys. It is essential you have a spare, because if you are in the middle of nowhere, and this has happened to me, and you don't have that bad boy and you blow out, game over. You are sleeping on the side of the road. Bigfoot, Sasquatch, the man up above, he's on you. Other than that, peace.
Yep.
Idaho, sure. Next stop, Highway 90, Coeur d'Alene, Idaho. When you're doing this, you gotta make sure that you set your inches, and these are set between 110 and 120 pounds per pressure, pounds of pressure per square inch, essentially. And so 110 to 120 is what you want to. And because, again, we didn't build this trailer, I don't know when these have been torqued. Trailer's 2 years old, sat for 2 years. We know it had like 500 miles roughly on it total. And anytime you get a trailer new, you want to make sure that you always, from day one to about 200 miles, torque it once or twice. And then from like 200 miles to like 2,000 miles, I would say like every about 500 miles max, give it another torque. If you lose any one of these lug nuts, what happens is these rims sit on what's called a centric hub, and they float. They will start stripping the other ones at that high rate of speed, and next thing you know, tire and rim goes shoo. You're in the rear view mirror wondering, that looks kind of cool, and then all of a sudden you hear it slam, and that's not for a good day. So take a minute, torque. It's worth it. Thomas, how cold is it out here?
I think it's 26 degrees.
26 degrees, and we're torquing, baby. Torque, 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 torque. Don't over torque your nuts either, people. Get your mind out of the gutters. We're talking lug nuts. It's even funner when the load's off and we get to have a little bit more of a just, chill time without having to worry about it.
What he means by this is, I get to drive.
And for the white piece, we're not talking. Well, until the morning, we will be somewhere halfway between Montana and Chicago. And then by tomorrow late afternoon, we will be in Chicago and get some good rest. Friday morning, you are going to get this bad boy delivered. Because Monday morning, we got that delivery to Chehalis for you guys.
Yep.
All right, ready?
I guess on camera.
Got him! Good morning, Heirloom family. It's your boy Jeremy, and today is Thursday, and we are still on our trip to Chicago. Right now, however, we are in South Dakota, and we are where? Mt Rushmore. We just got here, and I cannot tell you how gorgeous this is, and how many people get to say that they have their tiny home at Mt Rushmore. We do, and our client has now got a lot of beautiful pictures of her new house going to her that was at Mt Rushmore. So we are excited. We are a little bit tired and delirious, so I apologize if I might sound a little off. Thomas
we've gone like what, 18 hours without sleep?
Yeah, we're about 18 hours, and then we only got like 4 hours, and then we went another like 18 hours, and then we're gonna go about another 4 hours, and then we're gonna go about another 18 hours. We're gonna get there, deliver this bad boy, and we'll be back for another video. Peace.
I woke up right side of the bed, I got good views on my brain. Sun shining on my face, birds singing out my name. Got rhythm in this soul, I'm kick drum on the beat. This world so colorful like a purple tangerine. Can't bring me down, can't bring me down, no not today. Can't bring me down, everything's going my way. Yeah, it feels too good, like a picture perfect day. So bright, so righteous, hug your mama, wanna say praise the Lord, hallelujah, feel that electricity. So no matter what happens, I'm gonna be happy.
The V we're in. If I was downhill with my upper, with my front, my engine side, if that was facing down, then it would, because I could bump it and then drop it. That will sag out pressure fine. Which people do all the time because they don't connect up right.
Now, if only this only had natural gas, I got a natural gas connection here too.
Yeah, you know, even the other one didn't. I mean, it's one of those things that's a preference with people a lot of the times. So, and then if you want to keep it to where, that's good. Go up there myself. All right, everything's up there. Good. Good, good. You got the picture of that though for the plug?
I'm going to. What's going on, guys? So we are finally done with the house. Jeremy's too tired.
Man, I'm me, guys.
To do anything right now. So basically, long story short, man, we have been going for about 2 days now. We haven't slept since, let's
2
see,
days.
2 days. Yeah, so it's been a crazy trip. Finally here in Chicago. House is all done. Customers happy. Everybody's happy. We're tired. Time to get some sleep. But for now, we will see y'all in the next video.